Now, wait a minute. Did you peep episode 2 of The Real Housewives of Rhode Island? Because my plugged in friends, we need to talk. I'm your hostess, Nikki Noir. I'm the plug, I'm the decoder. I got the juice. Now, let me catch you up so we can unpack this messy situation. This is Side Eye and Sip, where we take a look, we pause, we read between the lines, and get into what's not adding up. So
now wait a minute, let me set the scene. Yeah. We don't just watch, we
over here at Side Eye and Sip, oh yeah, we gonna watch a full episode. But what makes us different is that we know your attention span. You do not have all day to sit and listen to me talk about and break down each scene by scene by scene. So what I do is I watch and I dissect and I pick out the most pivotal scenes, the scenes where the drama is bubbling, it's brewing, it's where you see cast members and you look at them and you say, oh, okay, I see what you up to. I see you, little sneaky snake. I see you planting seeds of doubt. I see you, bone carrier. And situations that lead up to the kaboom moment. That's what we do over this way. So I am give us no nutritional value. And you're wondering, why the hell did they add this here? We did not need to see that. We want to get to the drama. And the drama usually happens right at the end. Now, you might get some little tidbits in between, but the drama comes right at the end of each episode. So then we can, and then they give us a cliffhanger. So then we can go ahead and transition into the next episode to keep us watching. They want to keep us salivating, keep us on our toes. And that's what I do over here. I don't have to get you in and out like the pastor. The pastor that preaches really good, that preaches that good message and gets you in and out and you leave full of the spirit, but you got things to do, you got games to watch, you got meals to eat, and you ain't got time for pastors to be trying to lock the doors and stuff. So let's get into this episode. I'm Nikki Noir. Now we pick up with tension already in the air. Rosie is still trying to get into this friend group by any means necessary. Joellen is still controlling access. Kelsey is still sitting in that picnic energy. And then we have Ashley. Now, she clocks into this episode, not really, but she's giving us a little bit. She and her husband, Jared, own this coffee shop, Audrey's, and it is a money pit. Jared is always at the coffee shop, and Ashley is frustrated because she's at home with 2 young kids, and she's like, damn, do you live here with us or do you live at the shop? Jared looks unhappy. He barely smiles. Ashley is beside herself because he's never home. Jared, on the other hand, feels like he is not contributing financially to the family. So that is what's causing him to be in this mood. This is what I feel is going to either make or break this relationship. So Ashley then meets with Joellen. This is not a chance meeting. I got really curious because I'm like, Joellen does not strike me as the type who does something randomly. There's always a method to her madness. So I feel like since she is the friendship plug and she knows that Ashley and Rosie are like this, she needs to start pulling Ashley into her world so she can eventually freeze Rosie out. That is the plan. She is positioning Ashley. Not really sure Ashley realizes she is the pawn at the moment, but that's neither here nor there. So now I want to get into Alicia pulling up on Kelsey, apologizing about Picnic Gate. She's like, hey friend, I was not trying to be malicious, just being a little nosy because I want to know about your situationships, what you got going on in your relationships. Kelsey is telling her it's cool, but we know it's really not. So Kelsey pivots quickly. She tells Alicia that she met with Liz and Rula and they had lunch and they were talking about how Joellen is the gasoline to the mistress fire. She is the bane of Rula's existence. So this is what they're talking about. It's like Joellen keeps talking about it and she keeps bringing it up. She's keeping these rumors alive. And Kelsey says, hey, everybody talks about everybody. So it got me to thinking, how about we all just be transparent? We're friends, right? Instead of us talking behind each other's backs, let's talk in each other's faces. Let's talk about everything that we have going on in our lives. Let's just come clean. So that's the setup. Next, we go to Rula and Brian at their home, and he is giving "I don't like you." There is no affection, there is no warmth. It feels obligatory. Rilla lets us know that she and Brian have been together 12 years, they've been married for 9, and that he only checked one of the 3 boxes she had when she's thinking about who she wants to marry. She's frustrated because this mistress situation is spreading all over Rhode Island, and Brian, he gaslights her. He tries to downplay the situation. It happened last year. I'm not with her, I'm with you. And Rilla talks about how he cried and he begged and he pleaded for his family. And she is like forgiving adjacent, meaning that she has not forgotten about it and she's trying to move past it because he's like, I love my family. And Rilla is just like blindly loyal, and it's kind of sickening. So when I see them together, I'm like, okay, girl, you like it, we love it. So now I want to double back and get into this lunch. So at the lunch with Liz and Rilla and Kelsey, they talked about the cheating, the mistress, Joellen's role in exposing it. And Liz is like, Rilla, I love you. You know, I always have your back. I'm the one who tells you when I hear shit on the street about Brian. But babe, we got to stop pretending. And Rilla is feeling exposed. And instead of sitting in this situation where her husband has been cheating and listening to her good friend who's trying to help her out, Rilla takes a shot. And she really comes for Liz. And she says, Jerry has kids. You don't have kids of your own.
You hear what I said? I said when life gets messy, you gotta hit it with one word. Say it with me. Forget about it. See, feels better already. It's like an instant reset button.
So my thing is this. You have your good friend trying to tell you you need to keep your eyes open. We know you love your husband, but you need to keep your eyes open. So her taking that shot at Liz, and we know that Liz did not birth the kids that she has with Jerry. She helped raise them. And for me, that's just like, wow, your friend is really trying to be a good friend to you. And you just pretty much gut checked her. But of course, Liz is the type that don't come for me unless I send for you. All the ladies are scared of Liz. So Liz came for Rula, and Rula quickly apologized and owned it. And so it's like game recognizes game. Now let's get into this winery situation, okay? So everybody hops on the Sprinter van except for Rula. So for Joellen, she's kind of like, phew, I don't have to deal with this woman. So they get to the vineyard, they tour the vineyard, and Kelsey pulls Joellen aside and tells her, hey friend, I want you to know, Rula is coming. And she lets her know that we had lunch with her, and Joellen is like, great, wait a minute, y'all had lunch with her, why didn't y'all tell me? Now meanwhile at the table, Ashley is sitting with the other ladies, and she wants to know what's really going on with this Joellen and Rula beef. And Liz fills her in. Kelsey, then we go back to Kelsey and Joellen, who are alone talking. So she tells her, I told Rula if she has questions, she needs to talk to you. And Joellen is like, no, we don't really have anything to talk about. What she needs to do is talk to her cheating, lying husband. And so Joellen really goes in depth about the whole situation with Rula and Brian. So she said Rula and Brian called her job, emailed human resources trying to get her fired. And so she is pissed. She's like, I don't give a damn how Rula feels. On Joellen's side, Joellen feels like she was trying to do Rula a favor by telling her your husband is a liar. He's a cheater. He needs to keep his dick in his pants. And now she's pissed because, hey, you're coming for me financially. You trying to come for my paycheck. You're trying to get me fired. You're trying to ruin my forking life. So Kelsey's like, don't shoot the messenger. Let's go back to the table. So they go back to the table, and everyone can tell that Joellen is upset, understandably so. And so she tells them, Rula tried to hurt me financially. She tried to get me fired. I was trying to let her know that, hey, seen these pictures of your husband and his mistress, and I just wanted you to know, friend, what's going on. So anyway, Rula ends up calling, and she tells the ladies that she cannot make it. She was in urgent care. She's not feeling well. And so the ladies aren't buying it because it's kind of funny that you were supposed to come and now you're not coming because you don't feel well. So Joellen says that Rilla's not coming. She's not really sick. It's just she's taking too much Ozempic and she's got a headache and probably needs to eat. So anyway, Kelsey's like, yo, let's play a game. I know y'all talked about my situation and wanted to know about this polygamous situation. We've all heard things. We've all said things about one another. So let's stop talking behind each other's backs. Let's put all of our 52 cards on the table. So she brings out these pretty boxes. And so she explains the game, telling the ladies they can write any question down, stick it in a box, and the boxes go to the ladies. But this is all anonymous. So Ashley is asked about her virginity. So Alicia is asked if she messed with Gary. We know that question came from Joellen because she's married to Gary, and Alicia and Gary grew up together. Rosie is asked if she was the reporter that had the relationship with the coach. Joellen is asked if she is a swinger. She says no, but she admits that she and Gary had a threesome. We don't care. Kelsey is asked, are you dating? And here she reveals, yes, the man I've been with for 10 years, he won't give me what I want, which is to be a wife and a mom. So yes, I'm dating. So she's definitely dating and she's happy. She says she's happy. She's content with both of the men in her life. Now leave her alone. So Joellen tells Alicia and Rosie, if you got questions, ask her. So Liz, who's protective of Kelsey, is asking Joellen, why did you open the door for them to ask about Kelsey's business? And so Joellen goes and gets on the defense, like, absolutely not. That was not me. But Kelsey, once again, I apologize if I did that. I'm sorry. So Kelsey, of course, accepts the apology. And she hopes that this is a one and done between her and Joellen because they are besties. And then this is the question that pisses Liz off. Alicia writes, I know it's not true. Love you. But is the news true? So Liz is like, what news? And Alicia says, you know, that you had an affair. And so Rosie jumps in, like, the streets were talking about Liz and Dino and them spending all this time together. And so Liz is hurt because she's like, well, damn, how can my good friend, one of my very best friends, ask me this question? Like, so Liz is like, okay, sure. Since this makes a good story, it's sensationalized. Yeah, it makes a good story, but no, it's not true. So episode 2 ends with lines being drawn, friendships falling out, feelings hurt. So Liz is hurt because this came from one of her very best friends. So she says, hey, we can pretend it's true. It makes for a good story, but it's not true. And so she gives Alicia this look. So this is where episode 2 ends. The lines have been drawn. Feelings are hurt. Friendships are starting to fracture. But I need to know, was Alicia wrong? And Liz, did she handle this situation right? So continue to like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know. We take a look, we pause, we read between the lines, and then we unpack the mess.
Now wait a minute, let me set the scene. Yeah. We don't just watch, we clock the behavior scene. I'm the plug, I'm the decoder, I decode.